evening, and welcome to Park Street News, where the news is made up and the people are real. Keep it tuned here for up-to-minute Park Street News flashes. I'm Bob Vanovich.
And I'm Phil Spectrum. Bob, our top story this evening is how Park Street Church is being sued for apparent hospitality violations. Dom Krusty, a resident of Boston, is suing the church over his treatment on recent Sundays. It seems that Krusty suffers from climacosophobia, the fear of climbing stairs. In order to go to the sanctuary at Park Street Church without using stairs, he must enter the church through the service entrance so that he can use the elevator. This service entrance is located next to the trash room where all the Park Street garbage is stored until taken out to the street. Most people simply overlook this, even though many of them also smell like garbage after using this entrance. However, Krusty also suffers from garbageophobia, the fear of trash. Our reporter, Beth Sasquatch, is standing by with Mr. Krusty's attorney, Charles Radcliffe III, of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
My client simply wants a pew for the garbage he has had to endure. He feels like garbage because he has been treated like garbage, and we will take this all the way to the Supreme Court if we have to.
Time will tell how this plays out. I'm Beth Sasquatch for Park Street News. Back to you, Bob and Phil.
In other news, Associate Minister Daniel Harrell is being accused of using performance-enhancing drugs due to his recent streak of incredible sermons and the amazing spiritual growth of many evening attendees. Dr. Harrell has been on fire lately, bringing the word with power, thus bringing the allegations. Many have even tried to link Dr. Harrell to the Mitchell Report, but no such connections can be verified. Dr. Harrell simply contributes his recent preaching to the Holy Spirit.
The recent standoff between Chris Perkins and the ministerial staff is over. If you recall, Perkins has been holed up in his office for nearly a month, refusing to pay taxes. The standoff has been pretty intense. There have been several discussions of a raid on Perkins' office, but Bob McKenney, the church administrator, was finally able to negotiate Perkins out by informing him that as a church, Park Street is tax exempt, and therefore he doesn't have to pay taxes at all.
Oh, this is great! Please, we're tax exempt! Isn't this great?
In financial news, Park Street's church still faces a deficit in both ministries and operations budget, as well as the missions budget. However, on a positive note, tithes are up over recent months and capital campaign pledges continue to come in.
Turning to weather, let's bring in our mysterious masked weatherman, known only as
El Nino.
I'm El Nino, and I'm going to forecast the spiritual weather for today. In 2 and 3, it is very cold with a lack of classes due to the holiday season. And due to the holiday season, in 0, it is also very hot because there is a lot of extra services for the holidays. And if there is any lukewarmness, we will spit you out. I'm El Nino!
This just in. The elders are reporting that some first-time visitors to Park Street Church have been lost trying to find their way from the front desk to the terrace room. The lost guests were last seen hiking up the stairs in Building 1. The facility staff has been searching frantically for the lost guests, but had to call off the search for the day due to staff lunch.
I hear they're serving fried chicken. For a check on sports, here's our sports anchor, Guy Manley. Guy?
What's up? I'm Guy Manley. I'm here to make the report on the recent victory in dodgeball between the ministerial staff and Title II. Staff crushed the 2-year-olds! And there was much celebrating in the church sanctuary.
So how do you feel about today's competition?
Well, you know, we worked
How'd
really
you feel
hard.
about getting taken out by a 2-year-old?
By what?
How'd you feel?
That kid didn't take me out. I slipped on the floor. I wasn't knocked over by anybody. Wow. You shouldn't ask these kind of questions. I'm sick of you guys harassing me about these kind of things. Why don't you just get out of here and leave us alone?
The only downside to this was the staff lost John David Punch due to a fast-moving dodgeball to the face. This is Punch's second injury in the past 2 years. The first injury was when he tore his ACL in the Turkey Bowl. John David admits that the dodgeball to the face was a worse injury than the ACL because the 2-year-old is so harder than the youth. This is sports. Back to you, Bob and Phil.
In other news, elders are debating about what to do with the youth room. After a recent Friday night meeting, the moderator declared the youth room a federal disaster area. A landslide of food and trash was left everywhere, with an extreme breakout of cake icing from a recent cake facing. The room was left in shambles.
Oh, it's awful. I was out cleaning behind the futon and actually saw something move. It was disgusting.
And finally, in today's news, there was an incident this past Sunday morning during the coffee hour. Apparently, Someone double dipped in the cream cheese.
Double dipped?
Yes, double dipped. Now for those of you not familiar with the double dip, it goes as follows. Luckily, ushers were on watch and witnessed the entire incident. The suspect fled the scene and led the ushers on a low-speed chase through Building 2. However, he got caught in the cage elevator and was apprehended shortly thereafter. Thank goodness we haven't replaced that one yet. I'm Frank Stephanopoulos. Back to you, Bob and Phil.
That's all for today's news at Park Street Church. Stay tuned next time for more up-to-the-minute reports about what's going down at Park Street Church. I'm Phil Spectrum.
And I'm Bob Mass Van Vanovich. See you next time. Good evening, and welcome to Park Street News, where the news is made up and the people are real. Park Street News, your place for up-to-minute Park Street Church. I'm Bob Mass Vanovich.
And I'm Phil Spectrum. Our top story this evening is Park Street Church is being sued over hospitality violations.
Park Street News, your place for up-to-minute Park Street News Church. Keep it tuned here for up-to-minute flashes. I'm Bob Mass Vanovich.
And I'm Phil Spectrum.
Keep it tuned here for up-to-minute flashes of news. Good evening, and welcome to Park Street. I can't reel it in that fast. Okay, because I can't talk in
That's one.
Alright, shut up, just shut up.
Okay, here we go,
Hold on, wait. I'm Bob Mass Van Vanovich.
And I'm Phil Spectrum. Bob, our top story this evening is how Park Street Church is being sued over apparent hospitality violations. Mr. Crusty, due to his repeated exposure to garbage, in an effort to keep from... I just lost it right at the last sentence. Okay. In the service entrance, there's also many garbage cans. Okay, I can't do that. Our reporter, Beth Sasquatch, is standing by with his attorney, Charles Radcliffe III of Donnie, Cheatham and Howe. Mr. Krusty's attorney, Charles Radcliffe III of Dewey, Cheetah and Howe.
My client wants a pew. My client simply wants a pew for the garbage he has had to endure. He feels like...
Time will tell how this plays out. What am I supposed to say?
I'm Beth Sasquatch for Park Street News. Back to you, Bob and Phil.
Dr. Harrell has been on fire lately, bringing the word with power. Many have even tried to link Daniel Harrell to Mitchell Report.
The recent standoff between... Wait, who am I substituting?
Chris Perkins.
Chris Perkins.
This just in. Buy low, sell high.
I'm El Nino, and I've come to forecast the weather. In one.
Oh, man, I see I screwed up.
The lost guests were last seen hiking up the stairs in Building 1. The fat man. It's just a facility staff.
What's up? My name's Guy Manuel. I'm here to make the staff crushed those 2-year-olds. The staff crushed the 2-year-olds. The staff crushed the 2-year-olds! Sorry. I'm here to report the recent victory in dodgeball between the ministerial staff and dodgeball 2. Dodgeball 2.
Down. Okay.